Hello everyone, welcome to SSB Crack Exams. I am Sakshi and in this session we are about to discuss the daily current affairs as on 11th July 2020. So before beginning, I would like to tell you if you're preparing for defense exams sitting back home, SSB Crack is best for you. It is a one-stop solution for all the major defense related exams like CDS, NDA, AFCAT, Territorial Army. For more details, visit our website ssbcrackexams.com. There you'll find the entire package of courses, mock tests, quizzes and study materials. You can also follow us on our social media platforms Instagram, Twitter, Facebook and Telegram for defense updates and notification. Do not forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. You can also download our mobile app SSB Crack Exams from Google Play Store. So guys, let's start. So here we have a question of the day that I asked you yesterday. So I asked you what is Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao scheme. This is a very common scheme and many of you have answered in the comment section and I really appreciate that. So Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao scheme, it was launched on 22nd January 2015 by our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. And this scheme, it aims to address the issue of declining child sex ratio. So when we talk about Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao scheme, it is a national initiative which is jointly run by Ministry of Women's and Child Development, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare and Ministry of Human Resource Development. All these three ministries, this initiative is jointly run by all these three ministries. So when we talk about the goal, so the goal of Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao scheme is to celebrate the girl child and enable her education. So there are three basic objectives of this scheme. So these are: first is to prevent gender biased sex selective elimination. Second, to ensure the survival and protection of girl child. And third is to ensure the education and participation of the girl child. Okay, so this is all about Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao scheme. So let's start our session. So the first article we have is that Union Ministry, it has draft rules for code on wages. So Ministry of Labour and Employment has published this draft rules and it is framed for the implementation of Code Wages Act 2019. And this act, this draft rules, it will fix a national floor minimum wage based on minimum living standards, including the food, clothing, housing and any other factors prescribed by Government of India. So under the draft rules for code on wages, Ministry has changed the work requirement for eligibility for minimum wages on benefits like from 9 hours to 8 hours. So the latest draft, this draft, it has clarified the issue of 9 hours mentioned earlier. Like earlier it was mentioned 1 hour for rest, but now it has included, but like it has mentioned separately that there will be 8 working hours, not 9 hours. Okay, so let's understand what is Code on Wages Act 2019. Okay, so this is also known as Wage Code, popularly known as Wage Code. It is an act of Parliament of India that consolidates the provision of 4 labor laws concerning wages, bonus payments and make universal the provisions for minimum wage and timely payment of wages for all the workers in India. So what are these 4 labor laws? So these are the Payment Wage Act 1936, the Payment Wage Act 1948, the Minimum of Bonus Act 1965, the Equal Remuneration Act 1976. These are the 4 labor laws that are under Code on Wage Act 2019. Okay guys, so moving ahead, next article we have is Aid to Navigation Bill 2020. So Shipping Ministry, it has issued the draft on Aids to Navigation Bill 2020 for public consultations. So the draft bill is proposed to replace the almost 9 decades old Lighthouse Act 1927. That means this Aid to Navigation Bill 2020 will replace this particular bill. So the corporate this will be to cooperate the global best practices, technological development and India's international obligation in the field of aid to marine navigation. So this bill, it provides for empowering Directorate General for Lighthouses and Lightships with additional power and functions such as vessel traffic services, wreck flagging, training and certification and implementation of other obligations like under the international convention, under the various international conventions like where the India is signatory. So this will be providing additional power and function to these. Moving ahead, next article we have is AI-based Aseem digital platform. It has been launched. So Aseem stands for Atmanirbhar Skill Development, Atmanirbhar Skilled Employer Mapping. Okay, this is Aseem, and this is launched by Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, and it is an AI-based Aseem digital platform, and it will bridge demand and supply gap of skilled workforce across the sectors. So this portal, it will also help skilled people find sustainable livelihood opportunities. It will also help the skilled workforce in attaining the industry relevant skills and explore emerging job opportunities, especially in the post COVID-19 era. So Aseem will provide employers a platform to assess the availability of skilled workforce and formulate their hiring plans. So the portal will map details of the workers based on the regions and local industry demands, and that is how they are about to formulate the hiring plans. So the database of the labor migrant in Indian states and overseas who returned to India under Vande Bharat mission and filled Swadesh skill cards, they have been integrated with Aseem portals. Remember, so the people who returned to India under Vande Bharat mission and who has filled the Swadesh card, they will be integrated under this portal. To try to answer this, what is Swadesh skill card and what is Vande Bharat mission in the comment section, okay? So the candidates data coming to Skill India portal from various states and central skill schemes that will be integrated, including PMKVY, fee-based programs, national urban livelihood missions that we have discussed, Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Kaushal Yojana, Seekho or Kamao Yojanas. All these things will be integrated with the data that is coming to Skill India portal from various states and central skill schemes. Okay. Moving ahead, the next article is National Fish Farmers Day is celebrated on 10th July. So yesterday, National Fish Farmers Day was celebrated, and basically it was started in 2001. 10th July, since then it was declared to be celebrated every year as National Fish Farmer Day. So it is celebrated on 10th July every year in the remembrance of the scientist K.H. Ali Kunhi and Dr. H.L. Chaudhary, and it is celebrated on the remembrance of these both. And these both scientists have successfully demonstrated the technology of inducing breeding in Indian major carps on 10th July 1957. Since then, and that is the reason this day is celebrated as National Fish Farmers Day. So every year this event is celebrated by facilitating outstanding fish farmers, aquapreneurs, fish folks in recognition of their accomplishment in the fields and their contribution in the growth of fisheries sector in the country. This year, unfortunately, it has been celebrated through a webinar, as we all know, due to the COVID-19 situation. And earlier, when we talk about early in this year, in May 2020, Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana was launched, and through this webinar, all these stakeholders have been informed about this particular Yojana. So this Yojana was launched by the central government for doubling up the incomes of the fish farmers in the country, and the investment has to be done of 20,050 crores under the Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana, and it was launched in May 2020, as I told you. So this scheme will address the critical maps in fish production and productivity, quality, technology, post-harvest infrastructure and management, and so many other things. So, okay guys, so the next article we have is first 5 reprinted volumes of Mongolian Kanjur manuscript is released. So the Ministry of Culture, it has taken up the project for reprinting 108 volumes of Mongolian Kanjur under the National Mission for Manuscript NMM, and the first set of the 5 volumes of Mongolian Kanjur published under NMM was presented to the President of India, Shri Ramnath Kovind ji, on the occasion of Guru Purnima, okay, this year. So when we talk about this particular Kanjur, so it is expected that 108 volumes of the Mongolian Kanjur, it will be published by March 2020. 2020. So let's talk about what is Kanjur means. So Kanjur means concise orders, the words of Lord Buddha in particular, and it is held in a high esteem by Mongolian Buddhists as they worship the Kanjur at temples and recite the lines of Kanjur in daily life as a sacred rituals. So national mission. So now let's talk about the national mission for manuscripts. What is this? It was launched in the February year 2003 by Government of India, and it is under Ministry of Tourism and Culture, and it has the mandate of documenting, conserving and disseminating the knowledge preserved in the manuscripts. One of the objective of the mission is to publish rare and unpublished manuscript as well. So guys, I'll be telling you the current COVID-19 situation in India. So as per 10th July 2020, the active cases are 2,76,682. Cured cases are 4,95,515. Deaths have reached to 21,604. Moving ahead, it is a quiz time now. Try to answer these questions. So the first question you have is, recently the ministry has changed the work requirement for eligibility for minimum wages under wage code from 9 to 8, 8 to 9, 9 to 10 or 10 to 9 hours. So the correct answer is 9 to 8 hours. Next question is, Aids to Navigation Bill 2020 will replace which act? So it will replace Lighthouse Act 1927. Okay. Next question is, National Fish Farmers Day is celebrated on? So the correct answer is 10th July. Next is Atmanirbhar Skilled Employer Mapping ASEEM. It was launched by ministry. It was launched by which ministry? So the correct answer is Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. Okay guys, so the question for you is, what is Vande Bharat mission? So we discussed this in this particular session as well. I'll discuss this in the next session in detail, and for that you will have to stay tuned. Till then, work hard. Jai Hind.